rise for the Lord's Prayer and pledge allegiance. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. Forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. The kingdom, the power, and the glory. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. I'd like to have a moment of silence for Noreen Schwan, who was a teacher here for 35 years, passed away on September 23rd, and Patrick Latcho, who was a student here, a 2018 graduate. So I'd like to have a moment of silence for them too, please. Thank you. Roll call, please.
President Mr. Persing.
Here.
Vice President Mrs. Augustine. Here. Secretary Mr. Anderson.
Here.
Treasurer Mrs. Scandal. Here. Mr. Griffiths.
Here.
Mr. Cashner. Here. Mr. Schuman. Mrs. Whittigan. Here. Mr. Sisnowski. Here.
Okay, recognize student accomplishments.
Looks like Mr. Anderson might have stepped out. Okay. All right. For video? Are you doing video?
Oh, you doing it?
Yep. Okay. Students of the month are high school student Eric Saylor and middle school student, my favorite, Eddie McCall, and they did a video that Mr. Anderson will play.
Hello, my name is Kate Amato. I'm here with the Student of the Month. What is your name?
Eddie McCollum,
What grade are you in?
8.
What hobbies do you have outside of school?
Play with my rabbit, watch TV, and hang out with Matthew.
What's your favorite class here at Shamokin?
Science,
Why?
because I like to go formative, and Mr. Catter is a nice teacher.
Awesome. Thank you. Hello, my name is Kate Amato. I'm here with the Student of the Month. What is your name?
Eric Zaylor,
What grade are you in?
11th.
All right. What sports and clubs are you involved in here at Shamokin?
I'm in football, track and field, and I'm in fishing club and varsity club.
Do you hold any like officer positions or anything?
No.
What hobbies do you have outside of school?
Fishing, obviously, lifting, hanging out with friends, and probably video games.
What's your favorite class and what's your biggest takeaway from it?
I'd say personal finance, just because it teaches a lot about what's going to happen in life.
What's your favorite quote?
Probably from one of my coaches, Coach Iwanek, who says, "Never give up, never give in."
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. Oh, you take it off, or is it stay on? It'll go up? I think so. Okay. Citizens' comments. Anybody have anything to?
Before we do citizens' comments, we have a staff member to be recognized this evening.
Okay.
She's from the middle high school. I'll let Mr. Hockenbrock do the introduction.
Okay, so the teacher that I selected to highlight tonight is a math teacher in middle high school, and it's Miss Kelchner. And the reason I selected her is just to share the success that she's having with our AP Calculus AB classes, second highest math course that we offer here. And last year's class of 8 students, I want to read to you the following accomplishments that they had with Ms. Kelchner. Globally, 51% of students passed this test. Our students had a 75% pass rate last year. 50% of our students scored, excuse me, a score of 5, which is the best you can score on a test. 25% of those 8 students scored a 4, which is the second highest. The class average was a 4.0 out of a 5.0, which is perfect. With that being said, the global average now, it was only 2.77. We hit a 4. The state average was 2.96. Again, we had a 4, so we were well above both averages globally and in the state. And the other impressive thing is in every single category and subcategory of this test, we scored above the state and global average. So we didn't just do well on the test, we knocked the entire test out of the park, every single part of it. And then we have to remember last year being a COVID year, with all the unknowns and things that took place online in and out of school, these students and her were able to accomplish this. Prior to last year, the highest average score was at 3.9. She obviously scored an average of 4, so that's the new bar that was set. And just to let you know, she was asked to do this 2 years ago. This is her 3rd year teaching. 4, okay. And she had about a month and a half, 2 months to prepare for this course, and the person that she replaced already was scoring very, very high. So she didn't only just do what he did, she beat him. So, we're just so thankful to have someone like her here in the class, or here teaching with us. And, she tutors hundreds of students every year, and she actually turns the list in, so I know. And a lot of it's on her own time or early during the day, always helping students, always talking about math. If you get the chance to watch any of her online lessons, she actually dressed up like Princess Leia during one, which was amazing. That's just the type of person that she is. And to name the students from the past year, I'll name them all, but I'll only tell you the ones that scored perfect. Sky Balonis had a 5, Hannah Schaefer had a 5, Noah Phillips had a 5, Craig Kerstetter had a 5, and then the following students are also in the class. Remember, we had a very high passing rate, but I only named the ones out of 5. Carter Smink, Cynthia Zhang, Dallas Chicatano, and Maddie Wall were also in that class. And just so you're aware, the year prior you had a 100% passing rate. So it's not just the students that were there, it's also greatly in part of our teachers. So Ms. Couch, I just want to thank you for everything that you do. And our kids love you, and you're well respected amongst all your peers here, and we're very fortunate to have somebody like you here in the school teaching our students. So I thank you for that.
Thank you for giving me
Ms.
the
Couch.
opportunity to tell us.
I don't know do you have anything you'd like to say? Or?
Just that my kids are awesome. I have honors pre-calc, and then I have calculus and then AP calc, so I have most of them for 3 years in a row, and they just work so hard in every single class, and through every unknown, they just keep working. And just a side note, the reason why I dressed up like Princess Leia last year on my video when we were at COVID, the test went online, and I was doing videos, and our test was on May the 4th. So I did a thing with Princess Leia. Thank you.
And Mr. Venn and I love the amount of homework that you give to him.
I'll just add, I want to add to that because I don't know how long you've been teaching here, Mrs. Couch.
17th year.
It was one of my first years we hired you, I remember. I think you were at Berwick maybe before doing something. But just to echo what Mr. Hockenbrock said, Mrs. Kelchner's here early every day for work. She tutors kids before school all the time, like hundreds of kids. She never says no when asked by administration, can you pick up this class? Well, we might need to switch your schedule this year. She always smiles and says, whatever you need me to do, I'll do. She's a team player. She gets along well with all of her colleagues. She's a Duncan lover. For those of you who don't know that, she's a huge Duncan lover. She's at holidays, she always is thoughtful. I'll get a card from her. She's just a wonderful person. And my daughters, as Mr. Hockenbrock and Mr. Carnuccio's children, have Mrs. Kelchner this year. And she puts her videos on that she made last year from COVID to help the students. So when they're at home trying to work on their homework, they could pull a video up and go through the lesson again, and they have that at their fingertips. She is very enthusiastic, and I was a former math teacher. She does an excellent job as a teacher for us. And She does give a lot of homework, though, I have to admit that, but, but it's an accelerated class, and she's doing everything she can to get the kids ready for the AP test. So I just want to thank you personally for what you do for all of our kids and also people that are close to me, so thank you very much.
I just want to say, I love working at Shamokin, and the kids are amazing, and thank you so much for everything, and all the opportunities you gave me. I really appreciate it.
May the force be with you. Okay, that's all we have.
A great meeting.
All right, citizens' comments, in person or online.
Let me just check my email. If anyone has a comment, they can email me, or they can, I think, on our YouTube, although I'm not seeing anything,
And we can come back to it then.
and we
If
can come
anything
back.
comes in.
And if for some reason I missed something, I apologize, I'll keep checking it though. Okay?
Okay, work session.
We have our reports. Mr. Carnuccio, do you have a report to give?
I'm going to pull this down because the kids always tell me I'm muzzled with this on. So, just what's going on at the elementary the month of October. We are starting our Indian Academy November 1st. It's one of our remediation programs with our loss of learning plan. It'll be 2 weeks starting November 1st. It'll be from 3 to 5 p.m. We are providing transportation for that. Also starting November 1st is our after-school tutoring program, which will run from November 1st till end of May. That'll be 4 days out of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That'll also run from 3 to 5 p.m. I believe between the after-school tutoring and in the academy, we have about 8 teachers right now signed up, so that's pretty good compared to the past years. Who are going to help with both programs. Our Halloween parade, I know that's what's on everybody's mind in the community. We get so many phone calls about it. Our Halloween parade for our students will be Thursday, October 28th, and we're actually going to start at 1:30 this year. Usually we start around 1:45, but we're going to start a little bit earlier. The kids will get up in their costumes. 6th grade has the option to do it, but they don't have to do it. So some kids do it, some kids don't. And the parade usually starts out the grade level wings, and then they parade around the building and then down around the, I guess you want to call it the square, we're on the softball field and the soccer field. So that'll be at 1:30 on October 28th. We started our clubs on October 1st. Teachers started clubs with the kids, and I can't express how well it's going with the kids. The kids love it. They're talking about the different clubs that they're involved in. Teachers like it. It's kind of nice little breakup of the day, and actually it's helping with our attendance. So our attendance has been up a little bit this year because I think partly with the kids being excited to come for our clubs. STEAMS program, we have our STEAMS program. That's also going after school. That's in conjunction with the IU, but this year we had about 60 kids sign up. Unfortunately, we didn't have no staff members, so there's about 25 kids on a waiting list for that. But we do have about 30, 35 kids that are involved in our STEAMS after school program. We had our elementary student council, had elections, and what's neat about it is the kids actually write their own speeches. I have them get on in the morning announcements. They read their speech and why they're the best candidate, and we do each day a different one. So I'll give you the names of this year's student council officers. Our president is Lily Neary. Our vice president is Braxton Haupt. Our treasurer is Nyla Davis, and our secretary is Adrian Yo. So good group of kids. I already got an email of the activities that they have planned so far for this school year, from anywhere from canned food drive. Right now we're doing a Socktoberfest, where we're collecting new pairs of socks that are going to be donated. Next month they're going to do a door decorating contest as well as a dance for the kids. And like I said, we're doing a canned food drive for Thanksgiving, and we're planning one for Christmas. And I know there's a couple events I can't think off the top of my head they're planning to do for the spring as well. So proud of the kids that are involved with that, and that's going really well. Also, just wrapping up, I'd just like to thank the Shamokin Township Public Library. They gave us a nice little gift of some STEM materials for our STEM lab that will be greatly utilized by our students. And I also want to thank our Cole Township Walmart. They gave us a pretty nice donation. I would say about 15, 20 boxes, big boxes of bacterial hand wipes that we can use for the kids. So just want to thank them as well. And that's for the month of October for the elementary building.
It's a busy month. Thank you. Okay?
Yeah.
We're good? Or, yeah, we're good.
Good?
Okay. Mr. Brock has some?
Before I forget, also Walmart last year, at the end of last year, they gave us, I don't know, 2,000 masks or something like that, plus hand sanitizer. So again, thank you to them. And while I'm at it, McDonald's also has been heavily involved in some of the things that are going to take place here. If you want to see myself and Mr. Venna work at McDonald's, what's the date of that, Mr. Venna?
I believe that is November 9th or 7th.
We're going to be making hamburgers and French fries and everything else, so that'll be a nice thing for us. So, just real quick, in my building, what's going on? We had our club sign-up day. We didn't have clubs last year, so it was nice to open the gym up. Our club advisors come in, they set up displays, kids get to go through and select clubs, and by doing that, we have about 65% of our student bodies involved in clubs. We also added middle school students into clubs, so there'll be some of the clubs have a middle school identity, some don't, but middle school students signed up for clubs this year, and that's exciting for them. We successfully completed all the Keystone PSSA makeups from last year, so that's in the books, just awaiting some scores to come back. Our loss of learning coaches, they're working hard in collaboration with regular education teachers, and that's basically pulling students and working on closing the loss of learning gap that occurred due to the pandemic. We are currently running our Indian Academy. Again, Indian Academy is to help with loss of learning due to COVID. We're going to hold 3 more, hopefully, at the end of every marking period, 2 weeks to go at the end of the marking period. It runs from 2:30 to 4, Monday through Thursday. So we're closing that up this Thursday. This Thursday also, our guidance counselors, along with Geisinger, are providing an opportunity to our students, certain students in class with some of Geisinger's best, just the opportunity to learn from them. In the school, our discipline numbers are greatly reducing, and that's thanks to our security, Mr. Hynoski, and some help that's been added in there. So thank you for the support with that to the board. In sports, we had a successful homecoming and senior night. We did hold a pep rally for homecoming in the stadium and actually brought the elementary students over. And like always, the elementary is loud, and they do a great job of getting our kids excited for the game. We're very close to having almost every fall sport qualify for districts, which is always a plus, and winter sports is right around the corner, and we're excited to hopefully keep the winning ways. I want to highlight one thing. I received a text this weekend from Mr. Steyer and his wife. They were crowned champions at the past weekend's Loyal Sock competition, so our band continues to be one of the best. And lastly, we were unfortunate to lose a great staff, great orchestra teacher, but we also replaced him with another dynamic, excellent teacher in Mr. Nelson Rodriguez, and we're excited to have him. So as always, thank you to the board for your support and what takes place here in our building.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ready? All right, we'll go into old business. I need a motion to approve the board meeting minutes.
Motion.
On a question, all those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, all those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to authorize the payment of bills.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal. Yes. Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smoogen.
Yes.
Mr. Sisnowski. Yes. Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein. Mrs. Yes. Sorry. Thank you. Mr. Kashner.
Okay, we're going to new business. I guess I'm going to read this. Acknowledge student and our staff accomplishments. Student of the month, Eric Zahler, grade 11. Edward McCullum, grade 8. Our homecoming queen was Sadie Kamara. Princess was Sadie Kamara. The queen was Kara Kurtz. Also, congratulations to Kennedy Petrovich, who finished 5th at the AA Girls District 4 golf tournament this month. And as Mr. Hockenbrock said, congratulations to the Schmoken Competition Band for their first place finish at Loyalsock with a score of 83.62. So I need a motion on all this.
Motion.
Second.
On a question, all those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to adopt new and revised policies, attachment, and administrative regulations.
Motion.
On a question, roll call.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin.
Yes.
Mr. Sisnowski.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths. Mrs. Hovenstein. Yes. Mr. Keshner. Mr. Persing.
Yes. I need a motion to approve the service contracts and agreements.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin.
Yes.
Mr. Sisnowski. Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein. Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yes.
I need a motion to accept the settlement agreement and release.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mrs. Smugin.
Yes.
Mr. Sisnowski. Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes, for the money for the students, but the attorney fees, yes. Just a statement that seems a little excessive.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Don't forget to say, approve or disapprove, and they waive the.
Yeah, just go through it like that. Okay, I need a motion to approve or disapprove the transportation services.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Are we waiving?
Are we going to waive the
You mean motion to approve?
motion to approve and waive the fees?
Waive the fees.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Okay. Mr. Sisnowski.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin.
Yes.
I need a motion to approve the exoneration request.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin.
Yes.
Mr. Sisnowski.
Yes.
I need a motion to approve the sale of properties from the Tax Claim Bureau respiratory for unsold properties.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein. Mr. Kashner. Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Campbell. Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin.
Yes.
Mr. Sisnowski.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
I need a motion to adopt a resolution
Motion.
Second.
on the question. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Hovenstein. Yes. Mr. Kashner. Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin.
Yes.
Mr. Sisnowski. Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Okay, personnel, guys. I need a motion to approve all personnel items and motions 8.01 through 8.14 as listed.
Motion.
Second.
On the question? Roll call, please.
Mr. Kashner. Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin.
Yes.
Mr. Sisnowski. Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein. Yes.
Okay, an executive session was held for personnel issues on Thursday, October 14, 2021, from 6 PM to 7:15 PM, and Tuesday, October 19th, from 5:30 PM to 7:31 PM prior to the regular board meeting. Chris, do we have any citizens' comments?
No,
No comments?
none that I can see. No.
And nothing's been added. I need a motion for adjournment.
Motion.
Second, we're adjourned.